And I made the cardinal mistake, Shane. I forgot to hit the record button, but we only missed that that beginning part. So everybody, this is going to be recorded, the workshop part here, and we'll jump on in. So Shane, let's get started by just sending a simple note card. I think the traditional Christmas card is what you expect to get is an envelope, sealed. And we're going to show you the process for doing this with or without a gift card. And keep in mind that the things that I walk through here in the Thanks.io dashboard, you can do with any of our sending types, with our letters, with our postcards. I think toward the end, I'm going to show a dynamic postcard build quickly, but we're going to focus in on note cards today. So let's hop on into the dashboard right here. Go to the main dashboard. Okay, now I have the pricing here showing, this is our business plan pricing. It does say upgrade because I kind of set them custom just because it's an admin account. So if you see different pricing, you can upgrade. If you're sending, say, a few hundred cards just this one time, it might make sense to go ahead and upgrade your account so that you get the wholesale rate for a month. You can cancel that at any time, but it may or may not make sense depending on how many you're sending. So let's walk through our list here. The first step in this process is going to be to create a mailing list, the people that you're going to send to. So in the platform, we're going to go to our mailing list page right here. And I had kind of a demo list here, but I'm going to click add list at the top. And I'm just going to do, you can choose any of these types, but I'm just going to choose manually enter addresses. And we'll just do Christmas, or we'll call it holiday, December 2022, or you can just call it holiday list. What's interesting is that you can, with the system, send to the same list every year automatically if you want to. We'll get into that campaign functionality in a minute. And then I don't need to add anybody manually here. The list just kind of creates right here on the screen. Now, in our notes here, we're going to walk through the different ways that you can get people on this list. So you can manually add names. So if you're just sending to, say, 20, friends and family, just people who you want to make sure get something from you, maybe it's an aunt or grandma or somebody who's going to be offended if they don't get a card from you, and you just want to make those people happy. I know a lot of us kind of proceed that way right, with our Christmas cards. Then you can just go into the platform and you can click add to list and just click manually enter, right? So you just very simply just type the address in right here. It'll pre-fill the address. And then my browser had my name and my address in there, but it'll find your address, and just like that, click save, and the person is added. So that's not hard to do. Just takes a few minutes if you want to just go manually add some people in, or have an admin do it if you're using this for business. The second way, and probably the most common way that you guys who are listening right now will do this, is by uploading a CSV. Right? So you probably have a list of customers, you have their addresses, and you're going to need to create a file, very easy to do, that you can upload to the Thanks system. Now, Shane, let me know if I have this right. I didn't bother to look at our template, and I haven't uploaded in a while, but if memory serves me, all we need is the basic stuff, right?
Yeah, and now is a really good time to mention as well that the specific header names, if you name them properly at this step, it pre-selects the drop-down menus for you. Okay. So first name, last name are good. Street address, we'll call that address 1. There's no space, just address and the number 1.
Okay.
City is good, state, and zip code would just be zip.
Okay. So if you don't do it in this format, as everybody will see in a minute, you'll be okay. You'll just have to manually map them, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, everybody on the doc here, which I should probably share a link to, I did link to my demo sheet just to save everybody time. So I'm going to copy this link and put it in the main chat of the webinar. And let me know if you have trouble. And then when you get to the main sheet, you can go file and then make a copy and copy that into your own your own Google Drive account if you want. But just know all you need to do is just have a sheet like this, as Shane said, with some headings. And then you're going to have your list. Now I made kind of a silly little list here for demo purposes. And the next step, once you have it created, if you do it in Excel, you're going to download it. If you do it in Google Sheets, as I am, I'm going to download the sheet. So go to File, download right here.
Oh, hey, Ryan, can you put the link back in the chat? It's the other document that's in there.
Oh, did I link them? Oh, I linked the main document right here. Sorry, I kind of said that quickly. The reason I linked this is because you can see it has a link to the demo sheet in it.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody has the outline for the session here, but I can also share this, no problem at all. I'll share the second. So the second link will be the actual sheet. Okay, so I've got this downloaded. I think I just downloaded it. Download. And then I'm going to choose comma separated values. Save it to my hard drive. And I'll come back into thanks.io. And then I'm going to go add to list right here and do upload from CSV. We have this validation step that if it's existing customers, it's probably not necessary, but I will mention it here. We do have a feature where, say you bought the list from a third party and you want to do a lookup, we can kind of verify the data for 20 cents a lookup, but we're not going to do that here. I'll upload, and then this is the stage that Shane just mentioned, where since we named our columns correctly, it automatically mapped them for me. So it took my first, my last, my address, city, state, zip, and matched them over here. If it doesn't do that for you, just whatever you named your CSV column, just match it to the appropriate data type in our system on the right side. So save and process, and we should see Uncle Joe and Leo Messi. And I think Oprah was on our list here, and they should appear in just a minute, hopefully. There they go. Like so. So that's the second way to get people onto a list, and probably the most common. If for workshop purposes, if we want to make sure you guys want to get this done today, tomorrow, by the end of this week, probably the easiest way to do it besides the manual. I am going to also mention that you can collect addresses via a landing page. So this is kind of like an esoteric feature that doesn't come up a lot in the system, a little Easter egg that's there, but it is very useful. And I have an example of this already made up. I'm going to go into my other demo Christmas cards list here. And if you go to the bottom left of your list, you'll notice that you can fill in some fields. So this one just says, what's your address? Add your address here so we can send some cards. And it'll give you a link down here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use thanks.io's landing page generator system to collect addresses. So I had tested this back about a year or two ago, and I just posted it to Facebook. I was like, hey, you want to get a Christmas card for me? Just pop your address in here. So if you do either want to use these pages to collect addresses, or maybe you want to finally get around to getting your friends and family and doing the right thing and sending them cards every year because you feel bad that you don't, you can create this page real quick. And instead of going back and forth on Facebook with them asking for their address, just drop them this link and say, hey, do me a favor, pop your address in there. And when they pop their address in, it'll add their address to your thanks.io mailing list, right? Like that. So this is extremely annoying. I don't know why. I understand why we have that there, but I don't like those at all. Shane, how do you feel about our CAPTCHA?
Well, it's a feature of Chrome when it detects potentially.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So I won't blame Walt then, our developer.
No.
Our CTO.
Yeah,
okay.
This is like, yeah, it's not interesting to anybody. They pop up sometimes. Depends what you're doing.
Okay. All right. So if you want to, guys, you can use the address collection landing page, for collection of addresses. And then the last way that you'll get people onto a list is via automation using Zapier. Shane knows this. Shane kind of heads up our team that helps people set up automations. Right, Shane, and you and ARP and the rest of the team. If somebody does want to connect thanks.io up to their existing CRM or system, we're pretty full service there, right?
Yeah, it's very simple to set up Zaps. So if you're interested in getting something connected between your CRM and thanks.io, it's very straightforward to do so. There are a huge number of CRMs in Zapier, and on this first step, when we go to configure a Zap, we'll just search for something like KV Core, or even a Google Sheet can be used to populate information into thanks.io and actually use it all the time as a workaround. So this would be along the lines of, if I make an entry into my Google Sheet, take whatever that entry is and add it to my mailing list in Thanks. So under step 2, we select thanks.io, the app, and we choose add recipient. So we'll match up the fields from our spreadsheet, and they will correspond with the fields in Thanks. And if you make an entry, boom, they go into your mailing list. You don't have to go into thanks.io and open the list and then click add to list. You can just do it from a sheet. So yeah.
And I was going to say, this is most useful, probably not for this year because it's a little bit last minute, but if throughout the year, you want to make sure you take your customers and you put them onto a list so that you can send, you have a mailing list, you can send stuff like Christmas cards to them. It's really good practice to set up a Zap like this.
Yeah, and this is just an extremely basic, like, this is something that we can do from almost any system. It can get very crazy depending on your requirements. Like if you have, a specific plan in mind, or maybe a sequence of events that you need to ensure happen in order, or, maybe there's some dynamic customization for each individual mailer that goes out. They can be customized automatically on the fly, and it can get as detailed as you require.
Yep. So just know, guys, you can add people automatically via Zapier. For the purposes of our workshop today, I'm going to assume most of you guys are going to use a CSV. So that's going to be your first step, is to get that list of names ready to go and into your mailing list. Again, if you need any help, even if you just want us to send us the list, your CSV, and have us do the upload, we're happy to do that. Just use the support at thanks.io in the dashboard to make a request. So next step, let's get to the fun stuff. The next step in this process is going to be to create either your image or your message. We'll start with the image. So the way that thanks.io send types work is that we have these 4 main types: postcards, windowed letters, windowless letters, note cards, and gift cards. And what you're going to do is you're going to choose the one you want to do. Now, for a Christmas card, we're just going to choose note card and gift card. And I'll mention here over on the right side that you can upload your own image, or you can use the design functionality here, our integration with Canva, to create a quick design, which I'm going to opt to do here. Now, if you have an image like a picture of your family, you can do that. I actually did get Shane a really funny image to use for this, but I'm going to show the Canva real quick. So let's just, all you would do here is just go happy holidays, something like this. I mean, it is so simple, just like that. You can change the text and save it into thanks. So the Canva integration is designed to make this just, like you just saw, is designed to make it take 10 seconds if you wanted to, a minute or two, just to change some of their pre-built designs. If you're going to upload your own, so funny pick, you just grab it from your hard drive here. I was prepping for this and I found this and I couldn't resist. There are lots of funny Christmas card photos out there. If it wants to save, there we go. There we go. What killed it for me here, Shane, was the grandpa or whoever in the background with the can of beer. Pretty sure that's what he has, or like a coffee cup or something. It might be a PBR actually. Is that Pabst? I don't know. All right, so get your really sweet and innocent or your crazy Christmas card design up. If we were doing this for business, of course, you might just put your logo, use Canva, throw your logo on it. Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays from your friends at XYZ company. Just don't need to overthink this part, of course. So once we have the image in, pretty easy there. Now what we'll do is we will go and create our message. So I am going to, let's see, click add message, and I'm going to use the gift card chain, right? But it's the same as the note card, except it gives you the option to add a gift card. And for demo purposes, we're just going to show this, guys. If you're not going to send a gift card, just do everything I'm about to do, but use note card.
The main difference is the inside of the plain note card is customizable. So like the background stationery design, you can customize it. On the gift card, you're not able to do that because we print the gift card on the inside.
Yeah, gotcha. So I'll flip in. This is what the note card looks like. And as Shane said, you can actually add some additional design for the background of this. If you're trying to get this out quickly, like this week, I wouldn't worry too much about this. You're going to notice it a lot more than your recipient, but it is really cool. You can put like images in the back here, right, Shane? And you can also, I will mention with the main note card, you can add a QR code. So if you wanted to have somebody scan to see a video of you and your family Christmas caroling or something, have a little fun with it, you could put a URL to the YouTube video in here and it'll create a QR code down at the bottom right. Just kind of do this real quick to show you what it looks like. So you see down here.
You know what you could do is you could send the gift card and make them watch your caroling video before they get it.
You could do that too. So let me show that, Shane. That's a good transition. So here we go. And I have a funny video for this that I was just sharing with my son. Hopefully it's not too inappropriate. Here, we'll bring it up in a minute. So I'll do gift card, and we'll do Christmas, holiday gift card. Just name it up at the top right. We choose with all our setting types, you'll just choose kind of, your handwriting. So I'll just choose birthday card type. Hi, first name. Just wanted to wish you a happy holidays from your friends at thanks.io. Scan the QR code now to watch a funny video before fun video. Not everybody will think it's funny, fun video before redeeming your attached gift. And then, of course, with our gift cards, you can select from any number of national vendors here. So what would be appropriate for Christmas? Let's see. Movie tickets. I like movie tickets, Shane. Go to AMC.
Nice.
Yeah. So before redeeming your attached gift, some movie tickets. All right. I'm kind of doing this on the fly, so I would probably write that differently if we weren't live, but let's just do it. And then thanks. So you put your company name, put your name right here. Now what Shane was referring to, let me choose the gift amount. So what's going to cost probably like $25 these days for 2 movies, right? Like
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends where you are. So there we go. We see our handwriting appear. Get the QR code. And what Shane was referring to is you can actually make people take a specific step before they get the gift. So I just pasted a YouTube video in. I won't play this video, but if everybody wants to have a little fun with it here, it's just a nice Santa Claus video. I'm just using that as an example of how you can have a little fun with this, whatever kind of fits your style, or maybe you just do a nice kind of, again, maybe just a video from you and your team saying, hey, Merry Christmas, and you just, it's like a 30-second video and they watch that and then they get their gift. Or of course, as we mentioned, you don't have to pay for gift cards for everybody who receives this, right? You can do the plain note card without a gift card.
Yeah,
but,
it's worth mentioning that they have to make it to the end of the video before they'll be redirected.
Mm-hmm. Very good point. Yeah, I don't know if too many people are going to make it to the end of this particular video, but you guys get for demo purposes. All right. And the other thing about gift cards that's interesting is the redeem rate isn't super high. And if you're on our business plan, just know that you're not going to pay for this until it's redeemed, until they scan to get it and load it onto their, it's usually like a phone that it gets loaded into Google Wallet or iPhone, right? So, okay. Yeah. So now we've got the message side created. We added an image. We have our mailing list going. I'm going to save this right here. And at this point, getting this out in the mail is fairly straightforward. You can go to the main dashboard and you can use the quick send option right here, or you can click the send now. It's pretty similar, but I'm going to use the quick send. I'm going to choose Holiday December as my mailing list. My message template was holiday gift card. My image template was, I think it was
Untitled
funny.
Design.
Yeah, I think it was Funny Pick.
I
think.
Oh yeah, yeah, your manually uploaded one. Sorry.
Yep, and then hit send, and then you'll get a preview. You set your return address there. Make sure that's set correctly, and just like that, you'll see it'll tell you how many recipients you have. It'll put the gift card billing in there.
So yeah, we're not on the business plan in this admin account.
Yes. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. So you will, if you're in the business plan, you won't see the gift cards. You won't be billed for those until they're redeemed.
If you want to see what the price difference is, and this is useful if you're sending a lot, just click on that second tab and it will show you a preview. Oh. So it brings the cost to $56.36 if you sign up for the business plan.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of it. And then I would just press send and send. Now I've got a bunch of fake addresses in there. I'm not going to send this, but that flow is how you do it. Not too difficult, right? Simple image, simple message. Make sure you get your addresses in there, and you guys can have this campaign out the door. We just did it while Shane and I were talking, probably in about 15 minutes. You could probably do it in similar speed, or in a half hour or so. So that's how to get a simple gift card out. Now I'll take a quick pause. I don't see any questions so far. Can you guys just chat in? Let us know if you have any questions. Just let us know you can hear us, and what you think of this so far. Is it useful? Is there anything that we're kind of glancing over that you have questions about? Now would be a good time to ask. And while we're waiting for that, I'll just go ahead and go and show another option, maybe a little more cost effective, a little bit less personal, but you can also use our postcards to do this as well. I do see people raising their hands maybe here.
Yeah, hopefully everybody has access to the chat.
Yeah, just chat us in what your question is. I mean, if you want, I can allow you to talk if you'd like to do that. But that gets a little, we usually don't allow the talk, only because it gets a little iffy with mics and stuff. So
yeah.
So just chat us in, guys. Or if you have questions you'd rather not chat and have everybody see, just choose the hosts and panelists option in the chat box, and only we'll see it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead into the postcards right now and just show how this is done using a dynamic postcard. So the mailing list part is all the same. And what I want to show you is the creation of an image using the dynamic builder. Okay, so go back to our main dashboard. I'm going to do an image here, and I'm going to go to the postcard section this time. I'm going to go to dynamic images and use the image builder. And what's really cool about this is that it allows you to personalize the card a little more, the front side of the card. So Xmas demo. And then our URL, let me just use that same Christmas photo here. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. And then I can merge in the first name of the person like this. From your friends at, then we could do our same QR code thing, right?
It might be worth mentioning at this step, I typically use the message QR code option and just control it from the message side.
Okay. So you do this, and then it'll be the same. See how I'm clicking right here, guys, this is what Shane's referring to. And then it would just be the same on both sides. Good point. And we can generate a preview. And you'll see it kind of dynamically can put their first name in. I don't know for Christmas if we're going to go too heavy on personalization other than getting the name in. But if you're doing in the normal course of your business, there's lots of other uses for this, especially the map and the street view, where you can put the person's picture of their house in the photo. But you can see really quickly, I just use the basic white design at the bottom right. You could choose any of these other designs. I'll just show an example. Like so. And just like that, you can get a nice postcard out. The advantage here is it's a little more cost effective. I think we're at 64 cents, including postage, for a 4x6 postcard, right? Versus I think it was $1.84 for our note cards. And if you're sending volume and you're not so concerned with making a more personal touch, you might send these, or you might segment your business list and say, hey, my best customers are going to get a note card, maybe with a gift card, but everybody else is going to get a postcard.
These dynamic cards, where they're really useful, is the fact that they are excellent at converting people, meaning it gets people to scan. Having the card personalized to them, relevant to the recipient, is what gets them to scan it at a higher rate. So for your business, if you're wanting to distribute holiday deals, coupons, etc., then you would definitely want to use dynamic image templates to communicate that. You could put unique coupon codes in the QR code URL, you'll see that the URL is taggable. So if you're bringing in data from your CRM, like if each person has a unique coupon code, you can do things like that, and it'll be on the fly for each recipient. So very powerful.
Yeah, really good point. So if we, so let's just say we did a URL, just to reiterate, Shane just said, and you want to personalize the page with the code, you could do code ID equals, just an example. You probably have your developer do this, but code ID equals blah, 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 right? And then you could basically track it back or personalize it to that person when they hit your site.
Or instead of the gibberish, you'd put custom 1 or custom 2 at the end.
Yeah, coding. And the point is, yeah, you could feed these variables over from the right side, right? So we're getting just a little more advanced. For those of you who have e-commerce shops, this will probably be a really good, if you're selling a product, definitely talk to us about some of the more advanced options with these dynamic cards, because I think a lot of this was built with you in mind. Personalizing coupons and things like that. So yeah, so our note cards, gift cards, you could send a letter. Doesn't seem to fit the holidays, but a simple postcard like this might go a long way as well. And then the message side of this is going to look very much the same way as it looked when we did the note card. You're just going to choose the postcard option for the message. You could do the QR URL here, and then you're just going to type as normal, the backside message. So that is the main kind of demo walkthrough portion of the of our workshop today. There's not much to this, as you just saw. You just kind of do those 4 components: the mailing list, the image side, the message side, and then the final step is to just push the send. Now, if you just want to get this done, and you don't really have time for the jibba jabba, and you don't want to mess with all the tech, but you have your mailing list ready, you have your thanks.io account, you can just go into the dashboard, right, Shane? And I guess we could use the concierge option, or just shoot us a message right here. Just use the contact us, which is support@thanks.io, and just send us your list and tell us to say, hey guys, I want you to help me design my Christmas card campaign, and we'll help you get it done.
There's a specific flow available. If you have an empty mailing list, there will be a prompt at the top for you to send us your CSV file.
Oh, okay. So you could just create a blank mailing list, just do manual enter, but don't enter one.
Right.
Like this. And then, as Shane said, there will be in that list a prompt right here. And you can send us your file and we'll get it uploaded for you. So any questions, anybody? Cynthia, Andre, Harry, we see your hands. Just either email us or chat in the Zoom chat if you could. But again, we are happy to help you get this done. We realize the holidays, it's pretty busy right now. all things considered with the holidays. And if you don't feel like messing with this, you just have a list of people you want to get a Christmas card out. Our team will design the campaign. We'll just do kind of a generic image for you. If you want to send us an image and kind of get it started and then have you approve it, we can get it sent out for you.
Everybody has permission to chat, right?
I don't know. Maybe I have messed something up in the are you guys able to chat? Maybe that's the problem. It's probably my fault when I set this up.
I'm looking at the controls and I don't see the permission options. But if you're in Zoom, everyone, and you expand your Zoom controls, you'll see, a bunch of buttons at the bottom of the black bar. One of them is chat. There might be a little caret next to the chat icon.
Yeah.
But everybody should have access.
Yeah, I'm just going to chat everybody here so you can reply back there. Just do it manually. And if it's not showing you that option, I apologize. Shane, I haven't done a webinar in like 2 months or something. That's a world record.
Yeah, well, normally I'm meeting one-on-one and it's not necessary to mess with chat permissions.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's leave it at that. I'm not seeing any questions, but that's kind of our demo today, how to send holiday cards with thanks.io. Again, support@thanks.io. If you want help doing this, let us know. Otherwise, as you saw, it's pretty straightforward. Mailing list, image, message, and just get it out. Again, The reason why you want to do this, as we mentioned up top, it's just to remind people you're out there. It's a nice way to do a touch, so to speak, stay top of mind. Somebody's going to open your card, and they're going to get that warm, fuzzy feeling around your name. They might have been thinking about your service and been meaning to call you, and they're like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to call. Or they might open it when they have a friend or a relative around for the holidays and say, oh yeah, you should definitely use so-and-so for XYZ service. They're really cool. It's a nice way to cause a little bit of virality in your business. Anything else from you, Shane?
We were pretty thorough. I think we're good.
Cool. All right, guys. Again, support at thanks.io if you have any questions at all. And stay tuned. We're probably going to do these on a more frequent basis on all different sorts of topics. A couple times a month, we'll get going with our webinars here again. But thank you very much for being thanks.io users. We appreciate your use of the platform. And again, we are here to help if you ever need it. Have a good one. Thanks, Shane.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Ryan.